Let's face it, most attics are used to store boxes of items we promise ourselves we will one day sort through, and of course, Christmas decorations. However, some people have discovered more than just discarded clothes. Some have found truly disturbing things, such as bodies, banned items, and even weapons of mass destruction. So today on Top 5 Scary Videos, I'm going to be counting down our list of the top 5 scary things found in people's attics. Before we begin though, be sure to stick around until the end of the video where I'll be responding to some of your comments. And with that, let's jump in. Coming in at number 5, an ex-boyfriend. Yes, you heard me correctly, an ex-boyfriend. Now for the most part we have all heard things going bump in the night, but in most cases it's nothing. The creaking of an old house, the pet that we're sure we have, just your friendly ghost resident, but typically not a live, living person. Back in 2012, a woman named Tracy made a frightening discovery when she realized her ex-boyfriend had been living in her attic 12 years after they had broken up. That's right, 12 years. Tracy, a Rock Hill, North Carolina resident and single mother, says that she heard thumps from above and saw nails start popping out from the bedroom ceiling. She knew instantly that something wasn't right, at first believing it was some kind of poltergeist. According to reports, the ex had been living in the attic for around 2 weeks since he had been released from prison. The pair had broken up more than 12 years prior before he was ultimately incarcerated. According to Tracy, she never even considered getting back with him and had assumed he had gone to Charlotte after his arrest. That was until her adult sons and her nephew found him asleep in the back of the attic. I quote, "They found a man. He had packed all the coats and jackets into the heating unit and was sleeping in the heating unit." Upon being discovered, the ex-boyfriend ran downstairs and out of the house before police could arrive. They found several Route 44 Sonic cups filled with urine and feces, with Tracy later stating that the only way into the attic was via a door inside the home, which is absolutely terrifying. As per this article, the man is still at large. Whether that is still the case, we have no idea. Let's hope not. Otherwise, he's just going around peeing in Sonic cups. Coming in at number 4, we have Shrapnel Shell. A Reddit user by the name of Offer a Fool posted this picture around 2 years ago, which seems to show some kind of shrapnel shell, or perhaps an unexploded grenade of sorts. Well, according to one visitor to the Reddit page, they confirmed it was in fact a shrapnel shell used against infantry in World War II. They went on to state that the numbers and dial are used to set when it would go off. It would normally go off on impact, but could be set to go off at a specified distance. However, they went on to add that they should be very, very careful with it unless it's been diffused, because it was of course designed to explode and kill people similar to a large frag grenade. It may very well still be unexploded. To make matters worse, user Longtime Gone MTGO chimed in stating, "Just FYI, this one is probably not exploded. These are shrapnel shells. The top pops off before they spray out a load of grape shot. It was pretty common for people to go to collect the tops and reassemble them after they had discharged to sell them as souvenirs. This one does appear to have already been fired based on the grooves in the bottom ring, but you are right. It's possible that it didn't explode on landing, so you shouldn't touch it if you don't know." That is absolutely terrifying. I think I would leave it put in my attic and move out and never go back to that house again. Coming in at number 3, we have Nazi memorabilia. Now, as most will or should know, owning Nazi memorabilia is technically illegal in the United States, as it should be around the world. However, that doesn't stop people from storing items that could be considered valuable merchandise, especially if it's functional. One Reddit user by the name of the official POC found this working Nazi stamp in his attic, making you question who his relatives are or the previous owners could have been. Users were very quick to comment, with one person stating, "I hate to be the one to tell you this, but I think your grandparents may have stamped things." However, the official POC was quick to respond, stating, I quote, "My grandfather was an SS Panzer Grenadier and his stamp was property of his Hitler Youth leader, and he stole it one day as a prank to sign stuff and do shenanigans. They never found out about it, so he kept it as a souvenir. If they would have probably killed him." According to one user, the stamp was from the Hitler Youth Division, which were guilty of war crimes, e.g. the execution of prisoners of war subsequent to the Normandy invasion. Coming in at number 2, we have giant wasp's nest. Back in 2016, homeowners in North London made an absolutely terrifying discovery when they found a wasp's nest in their attic. But it wasn't a regular wasp's nest. This one was absolutely colossal in size and is the stuff of nightmares. This picture shows the size of the nest, which was said to be formed by around 10,000 wasps. Can you imagine that? 10,000 wasps. I've been stung by one in my whole life, and that was enough for me to never go outside again. Now, this was discovered in an unoccupied home, which I assume was left for so long it allowed for the nest to grow to its maximum size of approximately 3.2 feet. Creepier still though, the nest was incredibly intricate, with it featuring a perfectly preserved tunnel built by the wasps, which led from the colony to the outside world. The pest controller forced to deal with the situation stated that he was initially brought in to treat the home for woodworm in preparation for new owners, but instead stumbled across a giant nest. He stated, I quote, "Although you wouldn't want it in your own loft, you have to say it's a very impressive and, in its own way, a very beautiful thing. To each their own, but I can't look at it for longer than 3 seconds. No thank you. If I had that in my home, I would burn it to the ground." And finally, coming in at number 1, we have Mummified Body. Back in December of 2016, Pennsylvania homeowners made a grisly discovery when they found the mummified body of a 21-year-old man in their attic. The man had supposedly gone missing 2 years prior to the discovery. The coroner said the death was likely a suicide, however the family disagreed, stating, "I don't believe any of this stuff, I want answers." According to reports, the man named Dwayne Rogers was last seen in the same house where he was found, which is also where he lived. He was reported missing on November 4, 2014. The body was said to be in the home for the last 2 years, however there was no evidence of foul play. His family disagree though, stating he had dreams to join the Navy or become an EMT, would never think about suicide. I quote, "He had dreams to go to great places and do great things. There's not someone who was going to throw their life away." According to report, Roger's grandmother called the police after discovering the body when she heard a loud thump. I quote, "I fell on my knees when I found out. I've been looking for Dwayne for so long. It really hurt me. It really hurt me bad." Now, discovering a body in your attic would be difficult enough to process, but discovering your own family, I can't possibly imagine that type of pain. It's awful. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? Were there any scary discoveries that we missed? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 2. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos. Top 5 scary videos you shouldn't watch before going to bed. Karen aka Vakana said, "Greetings and salutations fellow Fright fans and disciples of Lady Lucy." Well, hello Karen aka Vakana. I appreciate you joining us. Romeo Voorhees said, "Who else is watching this before they go to bed?" Well, aren't you a rebel, Romeo? If you have bad dreams, that's on you, not me. Sad Seal said, "Lucy, we miss you visually." I miss me visually too, but don't worry, I will return visually when we return to the studio, which I'm hoping is soon. You never know. Jaden Neal said, "Okay, I'm sorry, but I love the way she says Angeles in Los Angeles. I get that it's the accent, but I still find it funny." Los Angeles? What do you guys say? Los Angeles? Los Angeles? I think it sounds the same to me. Sienna Beck said, "I'm watching this on the toilet." Don't worry, Sienna, I write all my scripts on the toilet. Just kidding. Pinkfan112173 said, "Lucy, you're awesome and I will follow you wherever you go. Hashtag Lady Lucy." Well, I ain't going anywhere anytime soon, but when I decide to venture out the house, you guys can follow me. We'll be like Forrest Gump and we'll all go for a run. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another scary vid. And until next time, I'll see you later.